What's up, Creepers and Keekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? Shh. It's 2 in the morning. I don't want to wake anybody up. Why am I doing this now? Because I'm impulsive with this channel. You know that. Come on now. Everything I do on this channel is impulsive. An idea comes in my mind and I just do it. But I want to share with you a cool story. It's something I did today that will hopefully turn into a very cool part 2, if you will. And if this does become what I'm hoping it becomes, for me personally, this is going to be amazing, and I'm hoping you'll enjoy it too. So, to try to make a long story short, let's get a little history out of the way first. As many of you know, I was born and raised in the Boston area, about 10, 15 minutes north of Boston. As a young adult, I moved to Arizona. I lived there for about 15 years. And about 2.5 years ago, from this date, I moved back to the very town I grew up in. So one of the first things I did when I got back in town was I cruised around the old homestead. I wanted to check out the old neighborhood. Nothing's changed. Even the house. I'm sure they remodeled on the inside. I'll be showing you pictures here. I don't know if that's good etiquette or not, but I'm doing it anyway. Um, but nothing's really changed at all. Again, aside from a tree that's missing. Now, the last picture I'm going to show you is kind of a shot of the side of the house. I took these all off of Google Images, Street View. Um, you'll notice there's a little porch, tiny little steps, to go into the side door, and that's where we would have what we call it in the East Coast a mud room. If you get snow and mud and crap all over you, you go through there, and your boots and your coat get hung up in that hallway, and whatever. That's not important. What isn't important is underneath there. When I was probably about 8 or 9 years old, so we're talking about 83, 84 maybe. A buddy of mine and I decided to put together kind of a makeshift time capsule. And we buried it underneath that little porch thing, those steps. Whatever. That's just the way it go on this channel, right? Um, yeah, so we buried it underneath those steps, long story short. So when I was cruising through, I hadn't thought of that thing in years, probably since the week we did it. But when I drove by the house and I stopped and I just stared at the house, memories came flooding into the brain, of course, from when I was a child. That was one of the first ones that popped up. And here I was sitting with this information for 2.5 years, and wondering, do I knock on the door and ask them about it? Now, the family that bought the house, we knew them. So I know if they saw my name, they would recognize it. It was purchased by one of the daughters of a lady who lived across the street from us. So we knew them very well. So I know she'd recognize the name, at least the last name, I'm hoping. So after about 2 years of going back and forth, well, not to even bother these friggin' people, I wrote a letter last night. And basically just explaining, hey, if you don't remember, my name is such and such. I grew up in your house. I lived there between these years. And I explained about the time capsule. And I'm not even sure if it would even be there or not still. I don't remember if we dug it up or whatever. I can't recall much of what went into it. I seem to remember a stormtrooper or maybe even AT-AT driver action figure. It would have been something I would have had a lot of. I seem to remember having multiple AT-AT drivers and a couple of stormtroopers. So pretty sure I put one of those in there. There might have been some other little toys. I'm sure we put a few drawings or something, made a little note to each other in it or something silly like that. But as far as its contents, I can't 100% recall, and that's exciting. So I'm kind of hoping I hear back from them. I give them all my contact information, my phone numbers, my emails, smoke signals, however else they want to try to get a hold of me. And I'm kind of hoping they get back in contact with me and say, hey, you're more than welcome to dig it up. I made it sound like, hey, if you get a chance to and you can get under there easy, because I couldn't see if it was still open in the back. But I just said to them, if you get a chance, it can't be too deep. Go ahead and just kind of burrow around and see if it's in there. What I'm hoping is they call me and say, hey, if you want to spend 10, 15 minutes looking for this thing, go right ahead. This could be a wild goose chase for all I know. But it could also turn into something really cool that I could just share with you guys. So yeah, that's basically it. So I hope everyone's doing well. Have you ever done anything like this? Have you ever been able to recover anything like this, time capsule wise? I know my elementary school did one, and in the year 2008, opened it up. And I never did go to check that out. So maybe I'm crossing memories. Maybe I put my AT-AT driver or Stormtrooper in that time capsule. Who knows? Um, but I'm kind of hoping this one turns up. And because I will totally make a shadow box of this thing. Oh, what I would give, what I would give for this to actually still be there. So, guys, let me know down below. Have you ever made like a time capsule when you were a kid, dug it up or whatever? Um, yeah, it'd be cool. And if you have a channel, make a video about it. That'd be awesome. I'd love to watch it. Make sure you somehow get the link to me. I don't know if they'll let you put links in the comments down there because of whatever. But so, guys, thanks as always for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am about hopefully finding this thing. And yeah, as soon as I hear back from them, you'll know. And we'll get out the shovels and such. Hopefully, we'll unearth something cool from the creep's past. So, guys, again, thanks as always for watching. Go ahead and leave feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all positive to the creep. Hope you're all doing well. Take care. Bye bye.